My dear brothers and sisters in Christ, we are privileged once again with the season of Lent, a time of grace, a providential period of inner introspection. This is an opportune time for our soul searching and a favorable time for our personal renewal and conversion. This season, as it were, is an invitation to examine our own experiences, to probe our encounters, and to question what we hear, and to analyze, my dear brothers and sisters in Christ, what we see. And in all these varied encounters, the Lord says, "Be still and know I am God." Psalms 46, verse 10. My dear brothers and sisters in Christ, the psalmist encourages us to reflect deeply on what God can do, and especially in the face of apprehension, in the face of fear, and in the face of helplessness. The psalmist encourages us to cultivate a spiritual serenity despite the shaking mountains and the agitated waters. Psalms 46, verses 2 and 3. My dear brothers and sisters in Christ, this calmness that God commands does not come from a lack of challenges, but it is derived from an immense thoughtfulness in the ways that God has intervened in history on behalf of his people. Confirmed Romans 15, verse 4. Therefore, be calm because of what you know about God. The God that has seen you this far will surely see you through in what seems insurmountable. My dear brothers and sisters in Christ, it is easy to be fearful when things seem not to be going well. When we are faced with the challenges and conflicts abound in our midst. This is true when the challenges become deafening, such as organized crime, which we are seeing of late, subversive conspiracies where you see one home being gassed, the next time another house is being gassed. When we look at the spiral adverse effects of climate change, in Lundazi, the bridge has been washed away. Kwa Chitoshi, the bridge has been washed away. This can bring apprehension. We prayed for rain, but havoc came. It's like in my mother language. Tuwalila mvula, ayo madoka. And this can bring about fear. And we even start questioning what's going on. What's going on as of late? Surely we had a drought. Surely we wanted to have a better side of things. But rains have come. We have floods almost everywhere. Kabwata inclusive. And that can bring about fear. On a personal level, my dear brothers and sisters in Christ, there are times when we are faced with insecurities, such as financial loss, because we are suspected to being part of the gassers, and then they loot our shop. For those of us who are experiencing a bit of a cold, we have reasons to worry. Is it coronavirus? And if you ask those who are in the bracket of 70 and above, they have one thing which is common. They always say, no, church tampila apa, chaenda, chaisa yandapa. That can bring about fear. Just even old age itself brings about fear. Who's going to take care of me? Perhaps I used to have a lot of children. All these, either they have gone back to the Lord, or they have just gone away and they don't communicate. Then I start wondering, what will happen the day that I will get sick? Who's going to take care of me? That can bring about fear, and especially in adult people. Broken relationships. You know, when you are in a relationship, you are even beaming, full beam. Wherever you go, people see it nowadays. But when things start going down, something, vami pampula, na high beam yapwa, kuralesha low beam. Mulishani. Na ichi janomba, high beam na ya low beam. We can't see or look at other people in the face. And when we think that people are talking, we turn around and start saying, no, they are talking about me. If they start laughing, we get so apprehensive to thinking that, no, they are laughing about me, my failed relationship. That brings about fear. And for those that are not courageous enough, they'll even stop going out of the house. Pakula shuru kafika mpene kwa chichi. The day that you last saw them, they were looking a bit hefty. Bashala fiemi sakalala kwati bantu balwala kale. Because he or she is suffering here. And it goes here. And it goes even in the stomach. It's sharp. That can bring about fear, and it brings a lot of fear. Broken relationships, because we have to think about, what about my own children? Who's going to take care of them? Who's going to spending money on them for school fees. Dissipated and degenerated behaviors. When we look into our own families, we discover that our own children is something else. That brings about fear. What will become of these children? And especially of their own future. We even start calculating. I was hoping in this child, in these children, I was seeing my own future. But things have turned out wrongly. My dear brothers and sisters in Christ, in such situations, how quickly do we find ourselves wringing our hands, trying to make things work, working to repair the damage caused, or simply worrying about those we love and ourselves. And as a result, anxiety, fear creeps in, and it drains out our own peace. My dear brothers and sisters in Christ, in the midst of these struggles, God calls upon each and every of us, be still and know that I am God. He cautions us not to be overwhelmed, nor apprehensive, for fear is irrational. Fear is irrational. Irrational enough to be petty. Because you are afraid of something that you don't know, you just react to anybody and to everything. I remember one day I was going with one of our priests to check on a piece of land that we had acquired. And it was near the river. And near the river there is always vegetation that grows very, very high. And as we were going there, we walked quite a bit. It was in the thicket. Then all of a sudden I said, look, we have walked enough, it's okay. Meaning we have walked enough, it's okay, we can go back. My brother priest, Umubemba, he turned around and he ran like a bullet. I said, now, what's the matter? After a couple of minutes, he comes back. No, I thought you were saying it's okay. It's okay, The man was just fearful. Now the time that I said, it's okay, it's like pachipandanga mletunganya. Mletunga baneba. Mulole la fie. Kaikesa fumanga kamfuti. Na lishibe kale banjebele ni webo na mmone fife mulolisha na bena myandi ishembalolisha shani shibalolisha finge filolisha fyo muntu awo mwachira mu fina yi shendelolisha mulo bimu na ngumhai bimu. My dear brothers and sisters in Christ, fear can be irrational. Irrational to become so suspicious with everyone and everything. It is irrational to insinuate falsehood as well as innuendos. Mulamuna nomba mkomboni. Umuntu alanda vyati gaso yo. Tabalolesha ni ba chairman ba kuchitente. ni bakansela, ni bafadha, fyakusalanda ti bafadha ni basista panuma insho umuntu ashane nafwa. That's what fear can do. Because we have become so agitated, so fearful, na pakwenda kulalisha kula ichebela. Wasaka nyafye ni gasa. Nunkila nshishina kununkila okusumna ngukubi ni sinase ndama gase. That's what fear can do. We become even suspicious of our own children. Umwana ngawela kumacha, yonse alawela kumacha, na akasembe na mukakoma pofi omwana we. Limbi badadi bachia kungandankala babwele fi nshani ni nebo omulera ndabwa tinalanda shadi bwangu na usengama. That's what fear is able to do. My dear brothers and sisters in Christ, fear can be irrational, even leading us to destroying people's lives, people's dignities, people's integrity, people's property, because of fear. Fear can bring us nowhere. And because of fear, my dear brothers and sisters in Christ, we perpetrate falsehood and hatred. In this scenario, how many people have been accused falsely? In this situation, how many people have lost their lives because of falsehood, because of fear? We become so obsessed with manipulating information to suit our interests to win public sympathy. Look at those things that we are sending on WhatsApp. Whatever that we get, what seems to be appealing to the eye, we also forward. Within a second or within a minute, we have sent to all the people on our address book. To be seen what ifuemo va mutengankani fuba kwete latest. Taking around falsehood. And we continue because of fear. My dear brothers and sisters in Christ, because of fear, we cease to perceive our deception. And we even tell lies with sincerity. We forget that this is all lie. And we tell it with a smile, with that kind of a sincerity, as if we are saying, if into it. Worse still, some of us even pride in the misfortune of others. Na wachila mufye, tulelingana. And many a time, my dear brothers and sisters in Christ, we even support wrong and the uncouth tendencies for ulterior motives. That is not right. That is evil. And this period of Lent should help us to discern and to desist and to repent and begin anew. My dear brothers and sisters in Christ, most often than not, we become what we feed on. What we listen to mostly forms our worldview. And at the end of the day, influences our actions. This season, offers us, my dear brothers and sisters in Christ, an opportunity to decipher what we listen to and to discern what we see. Let this Lenten season help us to discern what we are seeing, to think through what we are listening to. Is it true? Is it wrong? Umuntu mwikala nanko muchitente baisa mupundirira ati ni gasa, and you are the first one to pick up a stone and throw on that person. Can't you think twice? We have even become murderers of one another. In the name of security, we are killing one another. Innocent people have lost their lives. Innocent people have lost their property simply because somebody in the neighborhood is doing well, becomes a thief. Simply because umuntu akota becomes a witch. When elders are saying, "Mwema nakukula, teka kasanga mwili nso, sungo mukoshi, ubulungu tabwashupa." Afya shibalera ngewe mwana ule ikala, ule bwera kubuwangu, awe na imwe. Okay. We mwana okuya mwira mwati bali kutemwa, awe kayi wonsi balantotera. I remember a story of mwalimu ushibapo ntweno kani mosquito. Ka mosquito maligeshode galaka leta malaria. Ka mosquito kaisanga kaya kabwela mami abantu bali ntemwa ine bonsi balantotera konsoko na pita bantotera konsoko na pita aina balolesha we mwana iwe tabakutemwa ina kalia iyo bakukusafie awo mukwayo ushikubushirire kandi no kumyango muchele kuposa akashite papa nga papa wakuroma umwana tabwe banyina bandati nomba umwana wandi tabamupushire nabamwanka. The same is true with each and every one of us, and especially those of us belong to the .com. We think people love us. Not saginga, not shalira no. Atika bale ntotela. Tabale kutote bale nda bati mwamu no puwa bwakobo. Tabale kutote. And that's why we need to think twice. Especially if we're about .com, we have to think twice. Let us take this time of Lent as a time to help us to discern and to decipher what we hear and what we listen to. My dear brothers and sisters in Christ, let us therefore pick up the courage to decipher the clutter and the chatter that come our way. Let us be bold to scrutinize what we see. Let us be brave to examine our encounters. And let us be doughty to review our own experiences.